Hello there, my name is Barry, and in this video I am going to review what I think is the best practice amp for guitar players that you can get for the money, and it is the Joyo Jambuddy. This is the first generation Jambuddy. There is a second one, but it's not available in my part of the world just yet. It won't be for the next few months. So I'm going to review this one that I have. I have not been sponsored by this. I bought this about a year ago, my own money. And the reason I'm making this video is because I teach guitar. I teach music to kids, and I'm always getting asked about amps and guitars and all that sort of stuff. And I often recommend this little amp. And I've had a lot of people asking me about it. So this is my review of the Joyo Jambuddy. Before getting into any particular sounds of the Jambuddy, I wanted to just show you something that I really like, the features that I really like on this. For starters, it's teeny tiny. It's absolutely tiny, so it is. Like, that is the size of my hand. It's the size of my hand, basically. It's got a proper old school, like, switch to turn it on. It's really satisfying to do. And it has the same switch for when you're turning on the Bluetooth. None of this having to, like, hold it down or anything along those lines. You just literally, there it is. Oh, it's flashing. It must be in pair mode or whatever. It's an actual physical switch, which me as a millennial, I can't get enough of that. Something else I love, it's in the form factor of a foot pedal, if you want to call it that, where you have essentially 3 different channels. You've got your clean channel over here, which is lovely. It sounds like a clean channel. And then you can, if you push this button, it changes it to the drive channel. And then within that, you've got 2 different drive modes. You've got the classic, which we're on now, or the high gain. Hopefully the microphone there is picking up that as you swap to high gain and back, that there is definitely a difference. You can also maybe hear that there is a delay built in rather than a reverb. That's a really, really nice thing, because the reverb just sort of puts the guitar into a space, and this delay does exactly the same thing, albeit that you have way more control. It's got a master volume, an overall volume for the 2 channels. It's got the clean gain, which is the volume of the clean channel. It's got the drive gain, which is just how distorted you want it to be. And it's just got an overall tone control rather than a 3-band EQ that will confuse you. Just turn the tone knob until it sounds like what you want it to sound like. The speakers are up here underneath this grill, and the whole thing, as you can see, is not tethered to any power supply. It comes with a power supply, which is a 9-volt that size power supply. You can plug headphones into this, which means you could also potentially, if you wanted to, run this into a PA system. In my experience, the type of people that are going to be purchasing a Jambuddy are not going to be concerned with it being plugged into a PA system or plugged in direct or anything like that. So I'm not going to do that today. I'm literally just going to, I've got one microphone set up right there in front of me that I'm talking into right now, and I am going to set the Jambuddy here beside me, and I'm just going to let you hear how it sounds in the room. Today I'm going to use my trusty Kramer Baretta Special. This is probably the cheapest guitar that I own, and I'm going into it wirelessly today with a Lekato something or other £40 wireless pack. Like I said, I'm not getting sponsored for this video. I bought this myself, I bought the amp myself, I bought everything myself. So it goes without saying, all the opinions are my own. I've reached those opinions by myself without any sort of influence or anything along those lines, but feel free to tell me what you think about this in the comments as we go along. Let's get stuck into the video and see what the Joyo Jambuddy sounds like. So the master volume is up full, the tone is at 12 o'clock, meaning straight up. The drive gain is all the way up. I'm going to work on the clean for just now, and then the clean gain is also at 12 o'clock. So let's just see what that sounds like off the bat. So as you can hear, that's not like the cleanest sound in the whole wide world. It's because it's a small little speaker. It's getting driven to absolute bejesus. But with the master volume being all the way up, and the gain is at 12 o'clock. So let's see if we can clean that up a bit. I'm going to take the gain all the way back to, like, say, 8:45. That's not bad. It's also worth saying that the little humbucker pickup in this Baretta Special is mega hot. Mega hot, so it will sound ever so slightly driven. The particular reason that I'm using this guitar is because, as I said at the start, this is the cheapest guitar that I own. This was only £149. It might have even been £119 when I bought it 6-7 years ago, and it is the closest thing to a beginner electric guitar that I own, so I'm trying to do as true to life a demonstration as possible. That sounds like a clean guitar to me. I'm happy enough with that. Let's bring in some of that delay just to see what it sounds like and add an extra little dimension to it. So I'll bring that up to about 9 o'clock as well and see what it does. Like I said, it's not going to blow you away, but like it definitely does add a little bit of sparkle. Just a little bit of something to add a little bit of space, a little bit of air around the guitar. It's perfectly functional. Let's max it out and just see what it can do. The delay is all the way up. Well, there you go. So the feedback is all the way up, and this is the longest time. Someone that's better at playing with delay than me would do a way better job at that. But hopefully that just gives you an idea of the scope of what you can do with the delay. I'm going to dial in a better delay sound so that we can use that a bit more just for the remainder of the video. Feedback back a bit. There we go. I'm quite happy with that for just now. I just like a little bit of delay, a little bit of echo, just to give a bit of something. Now let's jump over to the first of the drive sounds. So I'm going to push this first foot switch on the right hand side, and that's going to change from the clean channel to the drive channel, like that. So hopefully you can see that that green light is lit up, whereas before it was blue. So clean, drive. And you can hopefully hear that there's an extra bit of hit because now we're on a drive channel for the guitar. Like I said, the gain is, tell you what, let's bring the gain to 12 o'clock. Everything is still up at top. The master is still full up. The tone is at 12, and now the gain is at 12 as well for the classic drive setting. Sounds a bit like AC/DC, doesn't it? That sounds very AC/DC to me, that little classic drive. Let's see what more we can get out of the drive gain on the classic channel. It's okay. I actually preferred it with the gain at halfway, I have to say. So let's see what the other side of that channel sounds like. This is the high gain. So in order to access the high gain, we come over to the second foot switch on the left hand side of the pedal, and we're going to push that. And hopefully you can see that the classic one was on orange. I'll just push that. Classic one was on orange over here, and then the high gain is over here on the red light. There we go. Let's see what that sounds like. Gain all the way up. Again, that's absolutely fine and usable. It's loud, it's obnoxious, it's exactly what your child plugging into an electric guitar amp is going to want their guitar to sound like. Turn the gain down a bit and see what that does to the sound. I'm going to bring it back to halfway because I really like that halfway sound on the classic one. Let's see what we can do with this tone control. I'm going to turn the tone all the way up. At the moment it's like kind of halfway. We're going to turn it all the way up and see what that does. Already I can hear a really high end sort of hiss. That is really, really crisp, really, really sharp and bright to the ear. So let's take it all the way down. So there you have it. There is the Joyo Jambuddy, the first generation Jambuddy. Currently on Amazon, this is $79.99. I don't have an affiliate link, so just go and find. Like I said at the start, I don't think you're going to find an amp that does this form factor better. This, in my opinion, starts instilling straight away in the beginner guitar player that there is more than one way for your guitar to sound, and that in order to achieve those sounds, sometimes you have to use pedals. The fact that you have to change the sounds using a foot pedal is fantastic in my opinion. There are some things I would like to see on this, and I'm sure that they'll be on the Jambuddy too, but like I said, that's not available in my part of the world for the time being, so I'm going to have to wait for a little while for that to come out. But Joyo, if you see this and you want me to review it, send it my way. I would like to see a tuner on this. I think it goes without saying, and I know that the new Jambuddy has like 2 rows of knobs, and I think it has a screen, so I'm assuming that it will have a tuner built in, where you, like, if you push both of them at the same time, a tuner built in would be fantastic. And maybe a reverb would be nice. Like I said, the delay does a great job, but a reverb would be really, really nice. But for what you get for $79.99 brand new, I actually can't complain at all. It's battery powered, it lasts forever. I've had this since July of last year, I think that's July 2024, and I've only charged it like once or twice, and I've used it so much. Like, I've used it loads during lessons, and it's excellent. It's absolutely fantastic. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. If you thought I was totally wrong, if you thought that amp sounds terrible, then let me know. If you thought I'm talking complete and utter hoop, please let me know down below in the comments, and let me know what you'd like me to review next. See you in the next one.